What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we got our UFC 294 recap. It is officially fight week. This is probably one of the most anticipated cards of the year. I'm with my boys X and Nick. Boys, before we get into the card, where does this card rank in terms of how good it is this year? Like, where does this card stack up to the rest of them for this year?
I would say top three at least. Top three at least. I feel like there's good fights throughout this card. It's not super top heavy, like I feel like a lot of the cards this year have been mostly top heavy with like significant drop off after like the co-main, and I feel like this card has good fights throughout.
For sure.
Uh, I'd probably rank it pretty highly. I don't recall most of the UFC cards.
I was gonna say I'm trying to think right now. Like,
my mind. Like, yeah, I mean it'd be up there just because of the two fights alone, the co-main and main.
yeah,
But to be honest, I do think it would have been even better if Oliveira and Costa were fighting. I feel like there was more bad blood between those matchups, you know?
I feel like Oliveira, yes, but Costa, no. Like I'm way more personally interested in seeing Usman Hamza, even though I would rather it be on like a fucking full camp, honestly.
yeah, like that's what kind of my point. I think these fights are better on paper, but because they're both short notice, I would have probably preferred the fights we were given at first. But like, I can't complain. I can't complain at all.
Yeah. For me, it was just storyline. I feel like Costa and Hamzat have actual beef. And like
Yeah.
Oliveira and Makachev, you know, they kind of have their thing already.
Definitely.
All right, then, boys. Let's look through the card. We're gonna go over every single fight, but on the prelims, anything catches your guys' eyes?
I'm fucking with Dumas. We don't have to talk about the fight too crazy, but I fucking with Dumas. I think he might even get a finish here, honestly. But
He's from
I'll,
Chicago.
I'll at least take him to win.
He's from Chicago, right?
I believe so.
Yep.
Chicago.
Yeah, he's. I
What are
don't think
what are the odds on this fight? I mean, it doesn't say here.
he's a favorite. I got it. I got you. Dumas is a -240 currently.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, Abu is like 37.
That's huge.
I don't think he's fought in like 3 years or something. I kind of remember him coming up, but he's also 5'9" to 6'2", so like that's not great for him either. Everything Dumas should easily win, in my opinion.
We can quickly talk about this fight. I think
Mm.
I'm not too familiar with Victor Henry, but I mean, I'm a pretty big Basharat guy.
I'm high on Basharat as well.
Yeah, like
yeah, you can actually watch him and not be like he's really impressive.
Yeah,
I'm definitely taking Basharat. Easy work.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, Victor Henry's okay, but this is about Basharat. This will be I don't think he'll finish him, but 30-27, very.
It's a showcase. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is the first fight we should kind of get into a little bit. Tim Elliott versus Muhammad Makhachev. Akayev. What do you guys thought on the fight?
I think Muhammad Makhachev is a goddamn animal. The way he's getting his knee fucked over and just like not tapping, not giving a fuck, show me like grit. He was that his last fight, Clark? That he got he was in a lot of trouble against Filejo. In a bad knee bar, and like I think his knee like got torn up, but he did not tap at all. Ended up getting like top position still off that and like pounding away. Like I'm really high on him. Like it's kind of like when John Jones like survived the Vitor Belfort armbar. It's like, dude, this guy is like, it shows a kind of grit that like will get you far in the sport, you know? Like even when shit's like at its worst, you're not tapping, bro. Like I don't know. I'm really high on Makhachev. Tim Elliott, a great fighter. Let's not a great fighter, but I mean like he's a good, like well-rounded guy.
He's a vet for sure.
He's a well-rounded vet. Good test. but I do see Makayev winning handily.
I
Not,
think he might like submit him late. If I
I guess
had to guess.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I think it comes down to the wrestling exchanges. I feel like both on the feet. I mean, I don't think Tim Elliott's good on the feet at all. Like
He's
if
pretty bad.
if he was actually decent on the feet, I think he'd have a way better chance in this fight.
His
Because
wrestling isn't terrible.
Mokayev as well isn't very like polished as a striker at all.
I feel like this fight is gonna take place in the grappling realm for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I feel like, and Tim Elliott's no slouch in those areas. So I feel like it comes down to that. But Mokayev being as dominant as he looked so far, and just like he
Yeah.
really has that Dagestan pace to his wrestling, it seems like.
Yeah.
So I feel like he should win just because of that alone.
Who does he train with?
I have no idea. He's from England, so somewhere over there.
All right, though, let's move into the main card, boys.
Maybe he trains with your boy.
He might. I don't think so, though.
Mm.
All right, let's move on to the main card. Said Nurmagomedov versus Muin Gafarov. Clark, why don't you break this fight down for me? I think we talked about this a little in a previous video.
Definitely not too familiar with Gafarov, but
Me neither, I'll be honest.
as long as Saeed can as long as his cardio holds up, I see him winning a striking battle here largely.
Let me look at this guy's record.
Yeah, no, it's kind of shameless because like he only has one fight, and it's to a good fighter in John Castaneda, and now they're giving him a step up in comp in Saeed. Like I feel like that's pretty. Wait, let's see. Oh, he lost Martinez, right?
My bad.
But he gassed out. Like the thing about Saeed for me is the gassing out.
Yes.
That's a big problem with it, and like. He could definitely get this dude out early, I think, though. I feel like his striking is good enough to get anyone out early, really.
Himself in round 3, that's the problem. Like,
Yeah,
if
a
he hits
big
round 3, late round 2,
problem, yeah.
round 3, it's an issue.
Yeah, so I feel like it kind of comes down to that, but Saeed overall should be the more like overall better fighter in every area, I would
Okay.
think. But I mean, I don't know much about
How did he look in that fight that he lost?
Castaneda.
Yeah.
I think it was like it was
Oh,
a decision, but I mean, he looked okay. John Castaneda, good fighter. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the scorecard, I think there's like a 30-27, 229-28s, that kind of deal. I mean, it was his debut against a decent dude, but that's what I'm saying. They just gave him a harder guy to try and beat, which is kind of bogus, but whatever.
I think we're all rocking with Saeed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious.
I feel like the strat for him is always just, I mean, like not the strat, but the formula at least for a Saeed dub is like win 2 rounds and survive the third without it being a 10-8. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's very doable here.
Yeah.
I feel like if he keeps on the feet, it should be okay. Like honestly, like I feel like once he starts getting the wrestling is when he like gasses.
I think Saeed's got it.
You
Definitely.
got it. You got it.
This fight's a little more interesting, bro. Worley Alves versus Ikram.
Yeah, those odds are still wrong, by the way.
What are they actually? Well, I can't click on it. So
He's like a minus 440. Yeah, minus
Ikram?
6. Yeah.
I would
Is
build
he-
my house at these odds.
for
I ought,
Alves.
I ought to complain.
I mean,
afterwards. No. I'm saying like for Ikram, like
Yeah.
if I had Ikram at a plus 100, like my whole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
No, absolutely. See Ikram's last couple. Oh yeah.
They're only gonna show him the Haas.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie though, Haas was kind of piecing him up before the knockout. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying Ikram went like he had a decent fight with Hamza. So like
Oh yeah, no, yeah. He almost beat Hamzat, so
exactly.
that
So
means something. But
that means something big to me personally.
I just feel like we haven't heard a lot about him recently.
well, I mean, he needs another fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just hasn't been very.
I mean, he was supposed to fight Imavov, and that would have like, if he won, that jumped him up hella into the rankings. He's not ranked 11.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't updated this shit.
I don't know.
Pull up the rankings. I'm just curious.
Fight week. Yeah, it's Imavov.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was the previous fight. Yeah. They just haven't switched it. But yeah, Ikram Sheasley win.
I mean, he should just.
Just
I
anyways
think
the fight goes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would take him in the striking and definitely in the wrestling. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same. I don't know. Poor Alves, but
It'd damn near be like
Not
a
much else to say.
I think we know what it is.
yeah. I don't want to say that Warley Alvarez is a can because he's not. I just think that he's a little outmatched here.
Yes.
Like a lot outmatched, maybe probably even. All right,
All right, let's move on to the big three, meat and potatoes.
here we
Bro,
go.
I hate to. No, I don't hate to say it, but Clark, your prediction is starting to seem a little more realistic. I've been watching some breakdown videos. I'm starting to gain a little confidence in Walker, but I'm still taking Ankalaev. But this fight's gonna be sick.
I really hope. I mean, I don't hope because I kind of like Johnny Walker. So if he does good, I'm happy for him. But I really think that he gets slept here and makes you guys all look silly. I'm not gonna lie.
Slept, damn.
I just think that like, okay, look at Johnny Walker's last couple opponents. Can we like click into that real quick?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Anthony Smith, pillow hands. Paul Craig, grappler.
This
Like,
is true. This is true.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
the last time, wait, the last time he fought someone who could actually punch hard, Walker, and what happened? Round 1 TKO, a slump.
that was a while ago.
Small Hill destroyed him, bro.
That was a while ago.
Come
It
on.
was a while ago.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking at. I look at him.
He's looked better against non-dominant strikers or pillow hands. Anthony Smith, like Anthony Smith, looked terrible in that fight. Did he not?
He looked washed as hell. I can't even lie, bro.
Like he was like I like Walker. You're making me seem like I don't like him. I cheer for him most times, but it's like I fuck with SBG Ireland. I fuck with John Kavanaugh. But like, can we just like pump the brakes and not act like we're not about to see what we're about to see? Come on.
I think it's the physical attributes of Walker. Just always like in my head, give him a chance.
Fair. Hey, your take's fair, man.
But the worst attribute you can have in fighting is a terrible fucking chin.
And he's gonna get hit. And also, like Uncle Ives can wrestle him for sure.
Like, dude, like, I just don't see the pad. Like, these leg kicks stay on the outside. I think that the fight goes one of two ways. Like, either Ankalaev knocks him out on the feet, or he wrestles him and like gets a. I don't want to say dominant decision because maybe Walker could snag around in there somewhere, maybe, but at least if it's a grappling a grappling heavy fight, Ankalaev wins. And if they're just striking the whole time, I think that if Walker's winning, Ankalaev will take him down. But if they're striking like 50-50, he's going to sleep. He's going to sleep. I don't see a world in which Johnny Walker stuffs all the takedowns, avoids all the big shots, stays off his back, like, you know what I mean? It's just like too much has to go right for Walker to win this fight. And like I just don't see all of it going right.
Yeah, wait, Clark. So what's X kind of just gave his avenue for Ankalaev to win the fight. What is the avenue you think Walker has to do to win? Or what do you think Walker is gonna do to win this fight?
Well, here's what's gonna happen. Uncle Ive's gonna stay on the feet. I don't think he will wrestle. I think he's there to make a point to throw down. I think he's there to make a point to throw down.
Either way it goes,
It'll
right?
be a war, and guess what? A bunch of leg kicks, calf kick, and we saw how Blachowicz got him.
You said that he's gonna, want to make this a war, but like as a fighter with one loss on his record,
Yeah.
do you think that like he's dumb enough to like not wrestle if he's getting pieced on the feet?
I think he'll definitely wrestle. Even if he's not getting pieced on the feet, I think he can wrestle.
I think he can wrestle, but
I
I'm just like, even if fighters go back to what they know when they get in trouble. You know what I mean? Even like Conor McGregor, when he starts getting pieced up, turns into a wrestler. Everyone does. So if the wrestling is the strength of your game for real, like why would you not use it if it's not working for you on the feet? You know what I mean?
I have a rebuttal. Is he better wrestler than Paul Craig?
Arguably, yeah.
Yes. Paul Craig is a submission guy.
Yeah.
But he can get takedowns either way. He can get them all every way.
Well,
I don't think like Uncle
Is Paul Craig not chinny?
Well, but in
and he
that
can't
fight,
strike.
Johnny Walker knocked him out on one leg. How is that not impressive?
It was
going for the takedown, and then he just beat him up in the air.
I'm not a big Paul Craig guy, bro. I'm sorry. Like Paul Craig and Ankalaev, it's like
well, obviously Ankalaev is way better, but I'm just saying.
To me, Ankalaev
point like grappling, like
to me, Ankalaev is the uncrowned king of the division, bro. I love Jamal Hill.
I just disagree. I feel
love
like
Jamal Hill,
beat him.
But like, can we not just act like
I think he's beatable.
Ankalaev didn't beat Jan and that he should have the vacant title?
Barely beat Jan. That's the issue here.
You say he what?
He barely beat Jan.
But he beat him. But
bro, Jan doesn't understand how to stuff a takedown with a dude with one leg. You think Johnny Walker can stuff a man who has one leg?
Jan Blachowicz is beating a lot of these guys, bro. Jan Blachowicz is not. I know he's old, but bro, like he's not bad at all. Like he's.
Would you take Johnny Walker over Jan?
I could see Jan winning that fight. Definitely.
100%. I would probably take him to win that fight. Polish power, toilet paper chin. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Younger fighter, older fighter, more athletic, less athletic. Like.
That's so crazy.
Like Johnny Walker has every attribute to be way better than the other guy. Is that not true?
Yeah, but he still finds ways to lose.
Not hit hard. Does he not hit hard?
And those ways are usually getting knocked the fuck out.
Okay, it's just the chin, but the chin's the only problem, right? The rest of his game's nice.
Yeah. I'm not denying he's not a bad fighter at all. It's just
he's not a bad fighter. He just has a bad chin.
I'm saying his defense, the last 3 fights on this win streak, has looked improved. That's why I'm confident he can.
Is it not Ankalaev though? That's what I'm saying. This is not like look at the fighters he's beat.
No, I get what you mean, but hey, I was saying that about Makhachev too because he beat Bobby Green to get the title shot. So I was saying about that man as well.
Oh my God. Okay, I do see what you're saying, but it's a little different, bro. It's different.
It's very different.
I'm just plucking a random person. I can plug anyone.
Well, I don't think you're that great. What are the odds on this fight? What are the odds?
No, Ankalaev's like a -300, at least.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, Walker's like a +275.
I don't hate the odds.
I literally just think everything has to go right for Johnny Walker to win this fight, and I think that like even if he faces some like trouble from Johnny Walker, Ankalaev could either slump him late, slump him early, control him for 3 rounds on the ground, control him for 2 rounds on the ground, get a knockdown and control him for a round and lose a round. Like I just see so many paths where like Ankalaev gets the dub. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. I just feel like
I damn near can't even see Johnny Walker winning a decision here. He damn near has to hit like a flying knee or some shit. Like
I feel like you're underrating his takedown events. Like I also rate it. Who's taking him down? Who's taking him down? Who's actually taking him down?
People take him down with their fists. That's the problem.
But that's the point, like, nah.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens Saturday night.
Okay, okay,
Hey, y'all.
wait, Ed, what's your prediction though? You're the tiebreaker. You
I got
think?
Ankalaev winning.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Of course. Hey, but all I'm saying is when we come back here next week, it will be sweet.
Hey man, hey, I will eat it. I will eat it. I'll take it right on the face if Johnny Walker wins. I'll even be happy for him.
Yeah.
'Cause it
Also,
means,
just
like,
these random upsets that happen on these cards. This is one I just see it. I just
can't see it happening to Ankalaev, bro. He's just such a monster, dude. He's so scary.
I fuck with Ankalaev, but that
not
Jan
enough clearly. Not enough clearly.
that Jan fight showed me something different.
Okay. All right.
Also, he didn't wrestle early in that fight, and I thought he would. He should have. So will he wrestle early in this fight? Who knows?
He might not have to.
If he doesn't, Walker's going to sleep. That's my prediction, man.
Wait, do you think Walker couldn't knock him out?
No, he could.
Wait.
He could.
Okay.
But that's the
his
only way I
path to
see.
victory. That's his only path
I
to
see.
victory.
That's what I'm saying.
He can win a decision by point fighting. He can do that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Let's move on.
Let's move on. All right, let's move on to the co-main. I can't click on it.
That's a good one. Can't click on that?
No, I can't click on it, but we all know what it is, guys. Usman. Are these the official odds?
Yeah.
Pretty
So.
close. Yeah, it's minus 340 to plus 265.
All right, so Usman versus Chimaev.
Makes Usman enticing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, obviously this fight, the storyline is about Hamzat. It's gonna be about Hamzat. But guys, I was thinking about it, man. Imagine if Usman won this fight, how that would impact his legacy, how huge that would be for his legacy. It would put him in. What's up?
The thing is this, like, I recently watched Usman versus Strickland, and he whooped Strickland's ass bad. So, and we already know that because this fight's short notice, the winner of this fight, bearing injury, has been promised a title shot already. So you can't tell me that, like, you would have to, like, really think about, like, Usman versus Strickland. Like, that's a winnable fight for Usman, I feel like, too. So, like, he could go out double champ. Like,
what was the reason DDP's not next?
Because Dana's like, fuck you. That's why.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. He just
it's literally a Dana fuck you.
I think this fight.
Hey, don't think Usman can win, but DDP ain't gonna whoop his ass. Come on now.
All I'm saying is Usman has whooped his ass already. Bad.
Yeah, that's my point. I feel like DDP can take Usman. It's a size thing, and that it's a size thing. It just is.
But anyways, I think this fight has knockout written all over it. I know they're two primarily wrestlers. I think someone's going to sleep here. Or getting TKO'd for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I do think it will mostly be on the feet, but they'll definitely throw in takedowns, I think. Or at least attempt. I don't know if either one will get one.
I think and they're gonna struggle hard to take each other down, both of them.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Hamza definitely has the better chance of getting one.
I feel like
I'm not mad at that.
The problem is, like, I think we talked about this yesterday, Clark, on the other video, but I think that Usman, probably because of his knees, has started to wrestle less. So recently we haven't really seen, like, the kind of Usman that was just wrestle fucking people. We haven't even seen him really trying that much. Even against Leon, like, fight 2, we didn't really see him, like, going for the takedowns and trying to be the grinder that he once was. And that's part of the reason why I felt like he looked kind of washed. But, like, all I'm saying is, like, if Hamza is bringing the grappling to him, I don't know, like, how he's going to respond to that. Like, is he going to be like, okay, fuck it, we're wrestling, and then it's like, okay, now we have a wrestling match here? Or is Hamza going to try to take him down? It doesn't work, and then they both kind of settle and agree, essentially, settle into a striking battle. You know what I mean?
I want to see Usman shooting.
That would be crazy.
I want to see Usman shooting, bro, for takedowns.
I think they would. I think they both will. I think it'll just mainly be on the feet because I don't think either one will get a takedown.
Yeah.
I
Um,
feel like it's gonna come down to the striking, and I feel like Hamza can win it in that fashion as well. I feel like they're very even, like just how they are. Like stylistically, they're kind of the same. I'd say.
I got a question for you guys. So besides Usman, I get it, the whole knee thing. He didn't look great in the third Leon fight. He's openly admitted his legs being kind of bummy. What evidence from Shamaev's side, besides the whole Usman like being not healthy thing, do we like? Why are the odds this crazy? Like, why are people so high on Hamzat to beat Usman from what we've seen from Usman in the Hamzat in the octagon?
I think that really it's like hype train shit, you know? He hasn't been beaten. So like when people haven't been beaten and he's dominated so many opponents, like I feel like if you're a casual, and not to say that like anyone who would bet Hamza at this is a casual, but like I would say like if you're a casual MMA fan, you've seen Hamza in recent years ragdolling everybody. You see what he did to everyone else, literally not named Gilbert Burns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you go, I think it's easy to go, okay. You see Kamaru Usman, you're not really thinking about like who is he struggling against? You know what I mean? It's like you just see like, okay, in recent years, Hamzat's looked like a world beater and Usman's been slowing down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But when you like squint at it, to me, you go, okay, what did Usman do to Gilbert Burns on the feet? Then you go, okay, how did Chimaev look against Gilbert Burns? You know what I'm saying?
I
Very
forgot about
vulnerable.
that.
Very
I forgot
vulnerable.
about that.
Very vulnerable. And so, like, I think that Kamaru Usman is a very live dog here. Also, when is the last time that Usman had a 3-round fight? We don't know.
Yeah,
So
it's been a
you know
while.
what I'm saying? It's been
True.
years. It's been literally years.
Yeah.
Since before the Tyrone Woodley fight. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like all we've seen is Kamaru Usman in a mode where maybe pushing the pace fully the way he once did on his rise wasn't smart. You have to fight 5 rounds. You know what I mean? You're fighting Covington. You know what I'm saying? Like cardio people, cardio monsters. Like who's to say Usman doesn't, even though it's on short notice, I bet he can go a hard ass 3. And I've seen Hamzat struggle with a hard 3 against Burns. So I'm like, hey, if cardio starts to fuck Hamzat over, I could easily see Kamaru Usman just, jabbing his way and stuffing takedowns and just getting away from Hamzat a little bit. I could see it. Not to say that that's my prediction, but I can just see a world where that's the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, wait. I will say this. Hamzat, like, have you guys been watching The Embedded? I'll bring it
I
up
watched
again.
episode 1.
Okay, I mean, if you watch episode 2 and 3, Hamzat, he is working in that gym. I could just see it. Like,
I mean,
very focused. I feel like the gas tank can only be getting better from that. And I'll be honest, he might have let Burns off easy. He might have not taken him as seriously. Nah, I don't think he did.
I don't know.
His confidence, like he probably said, "Who is this?" He probably didn't even know Burns' name walking in to that press conference.
I guess you can say that, but I just think that
I mean,
a
also,
big-
wait, one more thing. The
Go ahead.
striking wise, and it's a funny thing, by the way. I had Burns beating both of these two in their past. But like Usman, like that Burns fight was so long ago though. I feel like Burns is so much better now. And did Burns not knock him down in 10 seconds of that fight? Did that not happen?
No, Usman's hittable.
He is hittable. We have seen it. But Hamzat is hittable as well from what we've seen in the later rounds. But I'm saying what I'm seeing in training and the sparring partners I know he's working with, I just feel like the way he's looked, the way he's conditioned right now, I don't see him losing this fight. Even though Usman's a beast at conditioning, very cardio king, but 10 days notice.
It's
That's
crazy.
gonna drain him. I
I
don't
feel
think he'll be as explosive, but I think he'll try to prove a point in this fight. I feel like he's probably disappointed in the last fight and how he performed. I think he'll
Yeah.
come back strong and look good, but I don't know if good will be enough. That's what
And I just want to say, I touched on it earlier, the whole health thing, I think that's out the window for Usman. I truly believe Usman is 100% healthy going into this fight. Because, bro, are you really going to take a short notice fight against Hamzat if you're not fully healthy? So I think Usman is going into this 100%.
I think the thing is this, right? The offer is too great to turn down to him. And it's also like it's not like this is a random pairing of people. Like Kamaru Usman looked dominant at 170 for so long, and Hamzat was coming up the 170 rank. So I bet you Usman's been like loosely training for Hamzat for a while. You know what I'm saying?
This fight was damn near almost announced.
He's had his eyes on Hamzat's rise, like, okay, like, damn, like, no one thought that, like, especially not Usman, that, like, Leon was going to throw a wrench in the plans and with that head kick. You know what I'm saying? So I bet you, like, realistically, Hamzat was the only real, like, I mean, him and Rachmanov were the only two people that, like, Kamaru Usman probably had his eyes on for a while now, like, looking at them like, okay, these are going to be, like, the new up-and-coming lions that are going to come to take the throne, you know what I mean? So I just don't think that like he's never trained for Hamza. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if he was doing his due diligence as champ, like he should have trained. He should have been like aware of the shit that Hamzat's on for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Man, dude, this fight is so hard to call, man.
I mean, if I have to make an official prediction, I'm gonna say Hamzat by decision, but I'd be lying if a part of me wouldn't be happy to see Usman like show he's not washed and in fact be great once more. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm torn between Hamzat knockout or Usman decision. I don't know.
I don't really see the Hamzat knockout just because
Really? Oh.
Sub maybe actually. I think more likely. I feel
yeah,
like more likely sub because I will also say I'm not super confident of Usman off his back. Because he's got taken down once by Colby Covington for about 2 seconds and then he got back up. So I don't know how he is off his back. I really don't. So like that's
So you think all three of us are going with Hamzat?
Yes.
I want us to be the guy and say Usman, but like it's hard for me to see, man.
10
But these
days
odds are
notice,
crazy. These
10
odds
days
are ridiculous.
notice, 10 days notice, I feel like is a big factor of
Yeah,
like
exactly. It is.
These odds are crazy though. This is mad disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get into the main event, our new main event, Islam versus Volk. We all know what went down the first fight. Man, my opinions on this keep flip-flopping. What do you guys think? Who do you guys got going into this? It's fight week, so like we need official predictions.
I'll take it first here. Let me just say the first time I believe Islam won. And that was like barely winning type of situation. Now that he is at a full camp versus Volk, who's on 10 days, but I rate Volk, best featherweight ever. We don't know if he would have beat Connor, but we'll leave that alone. Leave that alone. But
We'll leave it alone.
hey, we'll leave that alone for now. That's definitely
yeah, that's what I mean. Like we don't know, but I just feel like Islam will have a different game plan to get those takedowns in different ways this time. Because I feel like he underestimated Volk in the takedowns and probably did simple takedown attempts. I expect more trips, more foot sweeps, more grimy wrestling type of moves here from Islam. And I just feel like this time around, especially Volk being on 10 days notice, I think it'll be a much easier time, honestly. And I rate Volk, but it's just like it's a size thing and the fact that I feel like Islam did win the last fight as well, even though Volk probably fought at his best in that fight. And yeah, I mean, just for that reason alone.
For me
Okay.
personally, everything you said is valid. Add on the fact that Habib has been back for this. And I think that Habib, his presence makes a big difference. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hey,
I
was that not for Oliveira though? Was
I
that
think
not for Oliveira?
oh my
Came
god.
back. He came back just for
Dude.
Oliveira. He came back just for him. But he didn't expect the switch up. He didn't expect it.
Either way it goes, I think that having Habib, like I feel like in the corner we'll be able to like even like let's say like Volk is having some early success. I feel like Habib will be like, okay, why don't you get him down like this? Oh, wait, like you know what I'm saying? Like it'll click a little more for Islam. Just even confidence wise, like having Habib in his corner, I feel like they can't lose. Um, I feel like Islam actually has something to prove, whereas I do believe he may have underestimated Volk a little the first time, just especially because of his size. Just thinking like, oh, I'll be able to get him down easier doing anything. Now it's like, okay, wait a minute, like there's certain defenses he's good at, so let me, fake that and go to this type shit. I feel like the chain wrestling, like Clark was saying, will carry him to victory here. Short notice can't help Volk. I mean, I know people are saying that he's healthy, but like, you know, I just don't think that like while I don't think it's gonna be as much of a factor as with other fighters cardio wise,
Yeah.
this can't be like peak ready Volk. And personally, I would have liked to see this a little more down the line, maybe in like a year or so with the full camp again. Then maybe I still think Islam would win, but I would think it will be a little closer than I'm thinking this fight will be. But yeah, overall I do take Islam. Probably doesn't get the finish, but probably a more clear decision than the first one.
What are you guys' thoughts on Ariel Hawani's show? Volk, he basically said it. He said, "This time I'm going to try to finish this guy. Short notice. He says he knows what he needs to do. He's going to go for the finish." What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think Volk could finish Islam? I know you both just picked Islam, but like, do you think you could see Volk beating or finishing Islam?
I feel like
Don't. I really don't. I mean, like through the striking, I don't know if like
He did drop him.
yeah, but okay, who has more punching power, Volk or Oliveira? And let's be honest here.
oh
Oliveira.
bullshit.
Yes. Okay. So
You go again with this bullshit, Clark.
no, but I'm just saying that alone right there. I feel like Volk just and I feel like Volk really hasn't had like he has power clearly, but not that like knockout power like an Ngannou type or just anyone who can knock anyone out like with one punch. That's not Volk's game really. I feel like he is more of a volume guy overall. So I feel like and that's the only way I see him finishing the fight.
Yeah,
Like
you have to
not
think about it.
subbing him. He's not subbing him.
You have to think about like the last fight when he got that knockdown. When wasn't that round 5? It was
Yeah.
round 5, and Islam was pretty gassed. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that like because what he's saying, like what he's saying in these interviews is like, I believe in my gas tank, but I don't want to really test it. I don't want to have to test it. So let me like, I want to just go out and try to get the finish type shit early while I'm like more fresh type shit. And my thing is like, I don't think that even if he's landing hard shots, Islam's gonna be that vulnerable to getting finished early on before his gas tank taxes out.
Okay.
As much as he did tire out the first time, we cannot question Islam's gas tank. Like that's not what we're doing here.
Yeah, this is tough, man. Because I kind of want to lean. I was leaning Islam when the fight got announced. I want to say Volk, man, but it's just so hard.
It's like, am I gonna say that
He's
Volk does not have any chance? No, he's way too great of a fighter to ever count him out entirely, especially considering how well he did the first time. All I'm gonna say is like, if you ask me to like predict it, there's no way I can just like on paper give it to Volk. He has too much going against him.
I mean, another thing maybe to favor Volk. Volk looked really good in his last fight against Yair. He kind of destroyed him, and Islam hasn't fought since. So like, that might be something.
Yeah.
You don't think so? You don't think so, Clark?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, it matters a little, but that's one fight, Ed.
No, I know.
Like
I'm not-
it's not like Volk has fought like 3 fights and Islam has fought 0.
I do think Volk won the first fight, and I definitely this is a stupid thing. I hate when people
I
say
mean, it
like,
was
oh, if that
close.
fight.
No, I can't hate that take. It was close.
Yeah, and I hate when people say, oh, if the fight was blah 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 more rounds, Volk would have won. But like Volk would have won, but no, I totally get why everyone's picking Islam. The short notice thing is the biggest thing for me.
No, that's true, but I just also do feel like he just underestimated him. And
Okay.
even with some basic takedown attempts, like I feel like he will mix it up a lot more. If Javier Mendez taught him anything, from what I've seen, he hasn't done anything this camp. Khabib just running this whole show, apparently. So Khabib is definitely gonna teach him a lot of tricks there in
I
terms
think
of different kind of takedowns in
I
this
think
tournament.
energy management wise, Islam kind of didn't. I don't want to say blew his load because like he has a fat fucking load, but like of energy, I mean, but like, um, pause on that. But no,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but for real, but for real though, like, I feel like he was a little more frustrated early in the last fight with how hard Volk was to hold down and take down. And it was seeming like, okay, like, classic Islam gonna rush the fuck Volk. Obviously, that's like the clear, like, on paper path to victory. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And while he was getting the takedowns eventually, it was a lot of energy expended early. You know what I mean? Probably just assuming I can just take him down. He's small. I'm gonna submit him down there. You know what I mean? And I think now he'll know, like, maybe I need to better utilize my energy here. Like, maybe I'll go for the takedown with like 2 minutes left in the round to secure the round after a little striking. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to like shooting the takedown for 2 minutes or so and then finally getting it. But then after like 15 seconds, Volk pops back up. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think he'll be able to better utilize his energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's gonna be a crazy fight. I'm super pumped. Is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we wrap it up?
No, I think we're good here.
For sure.
Yeah, no. Hey, one thing. I mean, all I have to say is the Oliveira fight would have been better.
Oh my god.
Fun. And by the way, just like the Johnny Walker fight, I'm gonna have a good time in about 8 months here. Or 6 months.
What?
I don't know how many months until he gets his victory. Probably about 6. I don't know.
What? Oh my god.
Hey, that'll be a great moment for this pod history. Right.
Oliveira winning the title.
Yes, it will be the best moment.
All right.
Over Islam, like y'all been talking your shit. And
Fair
then
enough.
Get out of here, Clark. I'm dead on.
Fair enough. All
I'm
right.
betting Oliveira all day.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna have some more videos coming out this week. Hope you guys have a great time watching the card. Check out the TikTok and shorts. We'll catch y'all.
Peace.